someone feels a pull towards you that is unreal. It's literally otherworldly. Like the energy that I am tapping into here is truly of a soul bond. Like this is a love that has been going on over lifetimes. Okay, it's not just someone you meet and you're like, they're cute. No, like what happens between you, the best way I can describe it is the way that they feel drawn to you. It's like there's no letting go, okay? No matter what they're doing, they can't shake the feeling that there is more to your connection, that there is some sort of magic going on. And the way that it came through to me was like, there are two magnets, okay? And they are snapping together. They're so strong. There is no way. It just clicked in a second. Like that, whatever happened between you is just, it was going on within a second and there was no going back. You have changed that person in such, like in a way that they can't even fathom. They can't understand it. What has happened? Like, you know, there's a life before you and there's a life after you. Even though I feel that in the physical, this connection has not unfolded yet fully. So you're still not physically in the relationship with them that you would hope to be in, if you know what I'm saying. But it has already been set into motion. So when you came together, when you saw that person for the first time, it unlocked something within the both of you, not just within you. And they feel it too. They sense that something is going on in the unseen realm. And the way that I see it here is, you know how an iceberg is mainly underwater? The majority of the iceberg is underwater. And the majority of this connection is taking place in the unseen realm. So that means you're already in the 5D, you know, in the realm of the soul, you know, whatever you want to call it, you're already communicating. This is already going on. You're there, you know what I mean? Like your souls have collided in such a way where it's like you're inseparable. There is no force on earth that could ever tear this apart. Like on a soul level, you're already together. You're already in union, you know? And the funny thing is, where it's like they can't get away from you, you can't get away from them. It's really a surrendering to what is, okay? Because that love just is. There's no rational explanation. There's no way of really explaining, okay, this is the reason why I love them. Here are the points. This is why I have these strong feelings. No, it's really something more so you meet them and you're remembering. It's not like some of your relationships where you met someone and you fall in love over time, you know, where you're gradually, okay, you're realizing, oh, you know, I'm catching feelings. No, you were kind of unlocking all those feelings in a second. It was just overwhelming. It was more so you remembered that you were in love with that person all along. And the interesting thing here, so there are so many things coming through, but one of the things was you're those two magnets. Whenever one of you is trying to pull away, it's like there's no way, because those magnets, they are too strong, okay? They will remain attached no matter what. So the only thing that you can do right now is to just give in to this connection. This is the first thing. You can't be without each other. There's no way. Even when you're in the physical, let's say you're separated, there's distance, or for some reason you can't be physically together. In the astral, you're together, and it's meant to be that way, you know? You just click, okay? You just click, and you can feel it on a soul level. And what I'm picking up on strongly is that the both of you, you've been battling with your own mind. Where it's like there is a battle between the heart and the mind. The mind is trying to make sense of an otherworldly connection that is based in the unseen realm, where it's like there is no logical reason for why this is so intense. And another thing that came through was that person fell for your soul. They did not fall in love, quote unquote. I mean, it's more like crashing into love, but they did not fall in love with you because you're pretty, because of your status, money, whatever. No. They love you for your soul. They love your soul. They see you truly in your true, pure, authentic self, in your true nature, in who you are deep down, like beneath everything, under all these layers, like whatever you've built up to please others or to be liked. You don't need this with this person. You can just be yourself and vice versa. And this is why that connection is so special and protected. This is a connection that no matter how other people are trying to interfere with it, no one can really, harm it in any way, shape, or form. And what is interesting too is I feel like you've been distracting yourself from thinking about them, or they've been distracting themselves from thinking about you, but you just can't stop thinking about it because it is a connection that is changing the trajectory of both of your lives, and you know it deep down. And I feel that there's no use in trying to force yourself, because I am on the twin flame journey myself, and I can just tell you there's no use in forcefully trying to remove that person from your mind. More so, you're called to drop into unconditional love and just go beyond what you see in your 3D physical. And there is a song, it's called Time and Space by Flesh for Lulu. And yesterday I was looking up the video and it literally had 1313 likes. So the number 13 could be really significant for you, or 1313, maybe it's your lucky number, I don't know, but that might be of importance. And the lyrics are, and every move I make takes me back to you, and when we're sure it's over, the light comes shining through. In the time it takes to love me, I love you. And then it goes on to say, I'm not going to read the entire text here. Time and space won't keep us down. This connection goes beyond all limitations. With the theory of the red string, it can be tangled, it can be, all, caught up and like stretched by distance, but it can never be broken. The connection between you can never be broken. There is a big, big emphasis on this because I feel that there might be in the physical currently things in between you. There might be things that seemingly on the outside seem to hinder your connection from unfolding, but I want you to know that this goes beyond all limitation. This love also transcends time and space in a way that it allows you to go away from focusing on the 3D physical, and you're dropping into your heart, because in your heart you already know that you're connected, like love is not something, unconditional love is not something where you're pushing someone to do certain things or to conform, commit to you, but you just feel on a soul level. And I've been writing down a couple of lessons from my own twin flame journey, because for a long time I was like, should I share it? Should I not share it? I want to share just a couple things that I've learned. Maybe it helps you too. The first thing is you can't really stop loving this person. There's no use in trying to run away from your love. And to me, that was the most interesting part, was as you're like not clinging on to them that much. I mean, you still love them, but you don't try to force or push anything. You're just surrendering to it. You would even love them if they wouldn't choose you in the future. It sounds kind of counterintuitive, but that's what unconditional love is. It's like, I love you no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're choosing. And to me, it's like, all you want for that person is just for them to be happy and to be well, you know, and no matter what that means, because you can never stand seeing them unhappy. But a part of you already knows, at least that's my own insight, that they want to be with you. They want the union physically too. So it's like, I do feel strongly that we're meant to also be in physical union, even though what you read online is often like, yeah, that's not what it's all about. Sure, it's mainly a spiritual journey, but nevertheless, I do feel that we're, you know, because we're coming into this world, we're incarnating as a spiritual being, you know, and I do believe that we are the creators of our own experience. You would not create an experience that would include something like suffering for you. I think the suffering, you know, as in like never experiencing union with your twin flame, this is not something that you would consciously put upon yourself, but more so the lesson before the physical union is really that you're already in union with your twin flame mentally, spiritually, like you're already there. Like there is no struggle anymore. You can right now accept that you are there and just trust and have some faith in that everything is leading you there. And that makes it so much easier. I know it's like easier said than done, but through exercises like that heart connection that I have in my workbook, or, you know, thought transmission to connect to your SP or twin flame on an energetic level, makes it so much easier, because then you're not in the stage of missing, craving, longing, you know what I'm saying? Like, where you're like, oh my God, why is that person not here right now? And you're in lack and you're kind of separating yourself from your twin. It's like when you're mentally on a soul level connected, the separation and the physical kind of becomes secondary, because you can already feel the fulfillment within your heart. And it's like, it's a major heart opening, this connection. Definitely. It's forcing you to go purely into faith and into unconditional love. And, you know, the best advice that I have for you is to allow yourself to feel whatever's coming up without judging yourself, because you're gonna feel things that's natural. Like, you're gonna feel all kinds of things, sometimes not very pleasant emotions. And then when you remember that this amazing version of your person that you're seeing in your mind, when you look at them, when you look into their eyes, and you see that pure version, you know, when you just feel like, I know them, I just know who they are. Even if they might be healing in the physical realm, you know, they might not be there yet. This is when that person needs you the most. When you are going through these emotions, you know, like you're kind of triggering growth within each other. And instead of going into shame and blame and, you know, all these things, you're really called to go into love again. Because the core of this connection is love. And whenever you drop into love, I mean, it makes sense. You can't be in fear, you know, because you can either be in fear and then you're stressing, worrying about the connection, going into your head and creating all these scenarios that you don't want to think about. This is when you're in fear and doubting your own power, but you're the divine itself. And therefore, when you drop into unconditional love, love is the truth. Love is the core, I would even say, of life itself. So I don't know, that was kind of a message that I wanted to share, but I'd also love to pull a couple of cards for this very interesting message. I mean, it's very personal for me as well. I'm learning a lot these days through that connection. I also want to give you a couple of songs. So the first one I already mentioned is Flesh for Lulu, Time and Space. Then Muse, Madness. It's an amazing song, especially because it goes into this feeling of, am I just making it up? You know, am I just going crazy, or is this real? I can highly recommend it. Then we have Savage Garden, I Knew I Loved You. For me, the ultimate twin flame song, because it goes into this past life connection where it's like, I knew you before, like I remember you. You know, when you look into your SP's eyes or your twin flame's eyes, and you can just feel that there is so much. It's like a door is opening and suddenly your life is forever changed. That song is truly one of my favorites. And then I found another one yesterday. It's Mumford and Sons, I Will Wait. What is currently going on in their mind and in their heart? Yeah. Okay. That's okay. I just had another card that was at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so the Queen of Wands, this is you currently. You're in this energy of ambition. There's a strength to you. There's a willpower that I sense that is very strong. That makes you, by the way, that makes you even more attractive to that person. By the way, this is gender neutral. Even though it's a Queen of Wands, the energy is just of someone who's very strong-willed, ambitious. You're giving a sense of dignity and just passion, and just, you're someone who has learned a lot in life. And you're very connected to both your intuition and your intellect, is what I'm hearing. So you're merging logic with the heart, and that is what fuels this connection even more, and what makes this counterpart move towards you like that magnet earlier. So the interesting thing is here with the Two of Cups is very much giving this union. It's giving union, it's giving physical collision of you. Like that collision that happened, you know how you collided in the realm of your souls, where your souls were kind of like colliding like these magnets? It's like this is preparing the physical union, but you have to kind of let go of the need to control everything, because even though it might not seem like this as of right now when you're looking to your physical, they are already moving towards you. Every single day that you nurture this connection, that you drop into unconditional love, they are moving closer to you. It's already set into motion and everything is already done. You know that with creation being finished, everything is already done. There is no effort. There is no real effort that you have to put in. You're not here to struggle, you know, to suffer or to struggle. And I think you're learning this more and more, that it can be easy, and that this trust is not just you believing in some vague thing that might work out, might not work out. There's a real reason why you feel so strongly connected. And by the way, if you do want to hone in on this energy and strengthen your bond to your counterpart or your SP, you can grab my Thought Transmission Workbook. I have gathered really everything I've learned on my own twin flame journey, but this is not just for twin flames. It's really for everyone and anyone. If you want to learn what that person is thinking, feeling, you know, pick up on messages. There are countless exercises in that workbook that are going to help you so much. And I've already received tons of messages from clients that have manifested their SP to break no contact. They've had crazy experiences in the astral, like dreams, connecting to their SP, getting over this impatience, finding fulfillment in the here and now. So you can enjoy this, like you're supposed to enjoy this. This connection is not supposed to bring you down. It's supposed to lift you up, and awaken you to who you really are. So if that sounds interesting, it's on sale now. It's down below. And if you don't want to miss out on more readings, of course, and stuff like this, I'm posting a ton of telepathy content on this channel. Subscribe, of course, and I want to see you around in the next one.